Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. I mean, so it's like, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. I mean, it takes too much energy. You only got to stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. But trust them to be them.
To be themselves.
Trust a snake to bite you. Trust a lion to lie. Trust a thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. But know them when you see them.
R.I.P. So there's one thing that you can always count on. It is you can count on a snake to be a snake. And with that being said, we have recent allegations of the very same government that millions and millions of American people and refugees and illegal immigrants are putting their faith in to save them and keep them afloat with government stimulus, government handouts, the Social Security Administration, Social Security SSA, SSI, SSDI, welfare, EBT, SNAP, food stamps, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Meanwhile, they are allegedly carrying out covert missions to destroy not only the Nord Stream pipeline, but humanity. And this is the same government that people are literally doing a trust fall on, hoping that they'll catch him. Now, granted, same government that has now unleashed 87,000 some odd new IRS tax agents. Strange timing, coincidental? I think not. But also hearing reports of tax IRS agents knocking on people's doors. Yep. Report out of Atlanta, Georgia, of suspicious IRS agents knocking on people's doors. What is the reason? What is the cause? What are they after? What do they want? Are they armed? Do they have AR-15s on their backs? Do they have these semi-automatic or fully automatic rifles? Do they have a pistol on their hip? Do they have a pistol brace on their AR-15, on their SBR short barrel rifle? It's a lot going on, folks. But what I can tell you this is that you can trust a snake to be a snake. So take it for what it's worth. And despite what information may be made available, what information may be withheld, what information may be misinformed and or disinformed, you can only believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, folks. And I find that extremely ironic as I bring you these updates. But the simple fact of the matter is you can only trust what you know. You can trust a snake to be a snake. That's all I'm saying. And what you know is that I'm in a strong financial situation. My family balance sheet is strong. And or I'm not. Jerome Powell himself, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell himself, said that his goal is to soften the economy, shrink balance sheets, induce pain for businesses and families, put people out of work, raise the unemployment rate, wipe out 1.2 million jobs at the very least. Odds are will be over 2 million jobs lost, over a 5.5%, nearly 6% unemployment rate, potentially higher depending on what Walmart does with their store closings and their layoffs, and Amazon does with their facility closings and their layoffs and their shutdowns, and UPS does with their layoffs and their shutdowns, and what FedEx does with their furloughs and shutdowns, and the list goes on and on. And I can tell you this right now, folks, the same government that people are putting their faith in on this trust fall to protect them, to be there for them, to be their safety net, to help them weather this storm that ironically they've created themselves. Strange weather patterns going on here, folks. Things are concerning. See what I'm saying? So the same government is out here running around doing things, not necessarily good things, and also putting people in this position, in this precarious position of intense stress and anxiety with the possible likelihood of peril. Many won't survive. And in this go round, there will not be widespread unemployment insurance benefits. There will not be a boost to unemployment insurance and payments. People are going to suffer. People are going to get wiped out. People are going to lose it. They're going to lose everything. Very little that they have to begin with, and they're going to lose the rest. We're going to see a lot of people not make it through this economic collapse, this economic crash, this recession that we're entering in. And all I can say, folks, is, trust a snake to be a snake. Stimulus payments they're not coming. There's not going to be a fourth stimulus check. They're not going to do that again. And, they have intentions, they have plans, they have goals to reach. I don't want to say the A word. I don't want my video to get suppressed and blocked and shadow banned. I don't want that to happen, which is happening to a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of YouTubers who are sharing the truth, who are sharing real information, and they get silenced. So, folks, all I can say is that, these government programs that you're banking on, that you're counting on, all you can do is trust in what you know and what you have. And that's what's in your hand, what you hold. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. How much money do you have? How much money do you have saved? How much money do you have coming in? Diversity, security, and cash flow. Because when all else fails, they'll manipulate. They'll misspeak. They will lie, for lack of better words. They will cover up. And they will wipe out families. Tell your family to prepare, folks, because they will wipe out families in a blink of an eye. You think that they didn't know that there were intense complications? Why do you think there were so many unvaxxed? Think about it. And then what happens to those folks and the others? Some people, long-term side effects, folks, that they, you knew there was a complication, you knew there was a risk. Employment, consequences of people's employment because of whether or not they chose to fall in line or not, think for themselves or be sheep. And that's what they want. They want more sheep. They want more mindless sheep, unwilling to think for themselves, unwilling to do for themselves, and only literally relying on the government to help them and support them and protect them. Which, hate to break it to you, folks, when they come knocking on your door saying, hey, it's us, the government, we're here to help, remember what I told you. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.